Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that. And also, if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it is not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2022 related video here on my channel. Right now, as I'm recording this video, it is the evening of the 4th of May, and today at the Palaolimpico in Turin in Italy, most of the semi-final 1 participants took to the stage for their second rehearsals with regards to the upcoming 66th edition of the Eurovision Song Contest. And once again, I am here to give you my thoughts on the exclusive rehearsal clips that were uploaded throughout today on the official Eurovision Song Contest YouTube channel. I'm sure you've all seen them, I'm sure you all have your opinions, and I'm about to give you my opinions as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. Something that I will remember to do today is to leave timestamps in the comments so you can skip forwards to hear my thoughts on a particular country if you so wish. I have my notebook here with very slipshod notes inside regarding all of the rehearsals, and without further ado, I'm going to get straight into this. I haven't seen the live blog, so I have that up in front of me and I'm going to go through it as I talk about each performance in turn. So, we are less than a week away, of course. Albania. What I've written here, this is exactly what I've written here in my notebook. Pink, blue, swinging hair, simple choreography, camera angles need work, dark staging. That's literally exactly what I've written in this notebook, word for word, regarding Albania's performance. This is still going through, of course it is. I think we're all pretty much in agreement there. This is Ronela Hayati with Secret. There was a bit of controversy because the EBU piped up and said, that choreography is a little bit too raunchy. You couldn't tone it down, could you? It's a family show. I'm amazed they complained about this, quite frankly, because we've had plenty of performances in recent years that are arguably more raunchy than this one's going to be. But it does seem as though, in the very short 40 seconds worth clip that was uploaded to YouTube earlier, maybe it seems a tiny bit toned down. I don't really know, and to be honest, who really cares? This is a great opener to the first semi-final. It says here on the live blog, our first outfit change of the day, first performance of the day. Albania's Ronela is trying out a sparkly silver outfit. It looks like a bikini again. She's got her dancers next to her, her male dancers. They've added some black leather harnesses, otherwise topless and in these sort of black skirts. It doesn't really say much else, although apparently there are secrets to her staging which I have absolutely no idea about because I haven't really been following anything too closely today. But yes, in the rehearsal clip, flashing lights galore. One side of the LED screen is pink, the other side is blue. The camera angles, though, every year it seems as though this is a problem, but that's why you have rehearsals to iron out such issues. To me, when the choreography was going on, the camera angles were just from too far away. Show it more up close, be there, front and centre, really capturing every movement, every, toe tap and things like that. Right now, there's a bit too much of a distance, and that might well come across next Tuesday, this distance between what's actually happening and the viewer. So hopefully they're able to fix that. Otherwise, this is looking, like I said a moment ago, like a really fine opener to this year's Eurovision Song Contest. I do have a video here as well. This person's ranked Albania's rehearsal as the best of the day. What do you know? Yeah, there she is, swinging her hair like God knows what, and I'm not a huge fan of the side-on camera angles, from the side of the stage. They just look a little bit clumsy to me. But yes, looking really wonderful otherwise. We then move on to Latvia, Chitizeni with Eat Your Salad. I've got to be honest, the Albanian rehearsal disappointed me a little bit. The Latvian rehearsal, I wasn't massively blown away by either, but actually I sort of enjoyed it more than the Albanian one. Just a little bit. Whether I rank the Latvian rehearsal today above Albania's at some point, I don't really know. Anyway, who knows if this is going through? I think it's a borderline qualifier at this moment in time. I don't know about the juries, but the public, there we are. You've got the guy doing the splits. Yeah, it doesn't really say much more. about Latvia's rehearsal whatsoever, but you've got images of fruit on the backdrop. It's very colourful. I've written here, the saxophonist is sort of in silhouette at the start of the rehearsal clip, very vibrant, looks perfectly fine. Vocals don't seem too bad either. They're just performing this with such conviction. They're really going for it. They're having a blast. And I think that confidence will come through next Tuesday. Now, Latvia, here we are. Obviously, they're all in these outfits that are all one colour. Yeah, the bloke in green is just having a whale of a time on stage there. It would look better if the arches were facing the right way, but there we are. Very, very vibrant stuff. And then, obviously, there's a complete change of tone and pace after that with Lithuania, Monica Liu with Sentimente. Now, I do know, because they've come out and said this is not staged in the way that they originally planned. Part of me wonders if the original idea was to have Monica sort of moving around the stage as the arches rotated to just give off more of a hypnotic feel. I don't know. I've written here, classy, good vocals, very confident, assured performer who's really into this track. You know, she's really feeling every word. She's in that backless dress, which is very sparkly at the front, looks great. There's swirling lines and her face on the backdrop. And I've written strongest rehearsal so far, perhaps, because I really thought that at the time. Now, where is Lithuania here in this video? Yeah, very sparkly, very classy, very simple. Doesn't look too bad at all. If anything here, the only issue is perhaps the issue that's been there all along. Is this really going to captivate enough people to see Lithuania in the final? Or are they going to be very reliant on diaspora votes, or very reliant on the jury love more than the public love? Who knows? We will find out next week, of course. I do like this track. It is my number 40 of the year, but I do like it. And the performance looks really effortless, really classy, sort of jazz bar-esque. She's into it. I'm into it. It's not bad at all. Does it say anything more about Lithuania here? I don't think so. This live blog, not as impressive today. Moving on then. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button there. What an idiot. After Lithuania, Switzerland. Yes. Now, haven't seen the photo albums. I want to reiterate that. So I probably am missing important things here. Marius Bear with Boys Do Cry. I'm leaning towards this being a qualifier again now. I was unsure at first, but now I'm thinking there's no way really the juries are going to completely blank this one. I've written the vocals are okay. One half of the lights on the arches lights up at one point, the other half is dark. It is very dark overall, this performance. You've got a heart projection on his face. I don't know what to make about that, but there it is. And also you've got this sort of CGI effect of, I think it's butterflies or something, just floating away from next to him. Could be a jury darling, absolutely. The only problem, again, nothing really to do with the staging, it's just the song. Will people be charmed enough by this? I don't know. It's ultra, ultra simple stuff. Yeah, he's dressed all in black. It's very casual, his outfit. There's not much more he can really do. It's as we all thought it was going to be, I would say. Moving on to Slovenia. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Here, the camera angle we saw in the rehearsal clip looks really fantastic. I've written here, golden lighting, like their outfits. The massive disco ball type thing on stage that they have is not as large as I first thought. It's still pretty big, but it's not humongous. And also the fact that the camera here is panning around the group during the chorus. They're all around this disco ball. It is the centerpiece of what they're trying to achieve here. It's catchy stuff. And it's not too over the top. I did say previously I thought the disco ball might be a bit too gimmicky, but actually it does sort of work with the lights shining upon it. Yeah, still not sure it's qualifying, but I think they've done a really good job of trying to make this one stand out. Let's move on to Ukraine. Yeah, this was one of the best rehearsals of the day. You could still say they've got one hand on the trophy, all depends on those jury points. This is Kalish Orchestra, of course, with Stefania. On the backdrop, we've got a person's eyes. That's quite powerful. We've also got sort of traditional imagery. That's all I've written down here on the stage floor, just before the chorus kicks in. There's a sort of orange glow to proceedings as well. The vocals are pretty good. It's not as chaotic, it's not as frantic, it's maybe not as energetic as it was at Vidbeer several months ago. If anything, it's a lot more calm now, and maybe packs more of a punch as a result. Let me just see the clip back here. Obviously cruising through to the final without breaking a sweat. Yeah, swirling blue lights. The orange lights are at the top. A couple of wide shots. The group all lined up. It's very effective, very simple but very effective, you know. Whether there's a whole lot of movement at other parts of this performance, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's looking and sounding good. We then move on to Bulgaria. Now, the comments on the YouTube video of this rehearsal clip, some people are thinking this is going through now. They really do. I'm not convinced, but they're doing a really good job of trying to make this stand out, just like Slovenia. It is Intelligent Music Project, of course, with intention. I've written here, fine vocals, doing the best job they can. I've written about the vocals again. Orange lights. I mean, there's only so much you can make notes about with these performances. So where is Bulgaria here? Oh yes. Yes. I'm just going through them, do bear with me. Did say these videos would maybe be a little bit messier than usual. Where is it, man? Ah, last. This person's ranked it last. Yeah, orange lights flashing everywhere. You've got pyros, fire, everything that you would want from a rock performance. Bulgaria's bringing it. I just don't know if it's enough. Can they go through on staging alone? I highly doubt it. But you never know. This might do better than we're expecting. We've then got to move on to the Netherlands. Oh, yes. Esteen with De Diepte. I wanted this to be a bit better. I'm sure the whole thing is fabulous. But in the rehearsal clip that we had today, I don't know. Something was missing for me, and I'm not sure what that something is. She's great. She's always been great. Vocals are good. Like her outfit, this sort of swanky, somewhat revealing dinner jacket type thing. But I really like it. Very simple in terms of how this is executed. It seems as though she's walking onto the B stage at the end of the clip. I don't really know exactly what happens there. I've written here, vocals are good. The lights sort of pan out and rise. You'll know if you've seen the rehearsal clip, of course. There is a dodgy camera angle about 17 seconds in where it's a very quick cut to a wide shot of the stage. That clearly needs to be edited. Also, other people have picked up on the fact that one of the lights wasn't working. I'm seriously hoping that's altered before the live show, because to me it was quite noticeable. I've also written effective enough, question mark. Yeah, I mean, it is a slow-paced song, and that might just put people off straight away because they're not into this style of music. Plus, it's in Dutch, maybe they can't resonate with what the song's actually about. I also saw somewhere on Twitter somebody saying the Netherlands has gone from being top 5 in the final to being a potential non-qualifier. That's a bit drastic. This is still going through, for heaven's sake, man. But, obviously, the whole thing really needs to be atmospheric, needs to be really tight. It's an intimate performance, so make it look intimate. Let's see where the Netherlands is ranked here in this video. Netherlands, here we are. She's on a little podium. The lights fan out. She looks great. Very comfortable. There's a sort of slight glow to the bottom of the backdrop. This sort of brown glow. Yeah, it's looking good. It's sounding good. I just want there to be a little something extra. And maybe we get it, maybe we don't. We'll find out next week. We then move on to Moldova. This seems to be a fairly unpopular rehearsal today with a lot of videos that I've seen so far. It's Stop się Stubben Fratziadverhof with Trenialetel, no train, and I have to say, maybe this performance would have benefited from one, a large prop. If anything, the wackier the better for this one. The fact that it's toned down maybe isn't working in their favour, actually. I've written here, purple and yellow, jazzy outfits, swirling kaleidoscopic type patterns on the backdrop. It's fun, but not over the top. It certainly isn't, you know. I mean, Latvia, not Croatia, Latvia is arguably more on the crazy side. But yeah, bopping up and down, drummer doing his thing. It's catchy stuff. Obviously, the revamp has made it more of a rock song, I suppose, along with folk. Yeah, difficult to say. It's one of those tracks that maybe isn't the most popular, but I think a lot of people are probably still expecting this to sneak through. Okay, in my opinion, but not brilliant. Gotta move on. Now we move on to Croatia. Mia Dimsic, Guilty Pleasure. This is nice. You can't really do too much here. It's such a simple ditty. Contemporary dance, as long as the emphasis is on Mia, because she's great and has sounded great every time she's performed this live. As long as you focus on her and not so much on the dancers, I think this will be okay. Not expecting it to go through, but it certainly wasn't a bad rehearsal. I've written here, it sounds lovely. She's in that pink dress, which is a bit frilly at the bottom. There's a sort of wood forest scene on the LED screen behind the arches. Too dark in the clip, I've written here. Yeah, blue lighting, dancers dashing across the stage, one bloke just standing there doing absolutely nothing, and Mia singing away, pretending to play the acoustic guitar. It's unfussy, even with the dancing, and it looks sweet and simple, but will it stand out enough? I'm not too sure. Gotta move on. Denmark. Gotta say, I really enjoyed this. I think it's one of the best rehearsals of the day. This song, The Show by Reddy, it's not very popular, I think it's fair to say. It's not expected to go through, but you can never rule out Denmark sneaking a place in the final, and certainly if Denmark is called as one of the qualifiers next Tuesday evening, I'll be thrilled. Surprised, but thrilled. This is very colourful. It's the DMGP performance transplanted onto the Turin stage. Block colours on the backdrop. The name of the group on the stage floor rather than on the LED screen behind them, because there is no LED screen behind them. It's just black arches, pretty much. Yeah, vocals are good. This is good. It really is. Maybe the energy isn't quite at the level it was during DMGP, but of course we've only seen 40 seconds. I thought the camera angles were working really well. There's pyros. Yeah, red, green, blue, sort of vintage type outfits. A little bit like Maneskin, to be honest. Yeah, it looks fabulous. Really does. Drummer's having a blast, as always. Can't say any more than that, I'm starting to ramble. Then we have Austria. Now, Pia Maria, there's been talk about her vocals for months. It seems as though she has now brought in, well, they were there anyway, but certainly you can hear them a lot more now, backing vocalists. And if they match up with Pia Maria's vocals, it could be really tight indeed. And I don't think it's a bad idea whatsoever. I think she's a fairly confident performer. You've got Lumix behind his deck doing his thing. There's a real party atmosphere, lots of red lights. This would be better if the arches were facing the other way, I've written here. There's smoke. It's going through. I feel pretty confident about this. Yeah, flames. Crowd will be clapping along, I'm sure. They're in their sort of long black outfits. Really nice. Not a bad job at all. Gotta move on to Greece. Lots of people are adoring this one, if they weren't before. Amanda Georgiadi Tenfjord with Die together. Really looking forward to seeing the whole thing because it looks great. Vocals, really nice. They've gone for a deep blue colour scheme, which I think very much fits the performance. And she's in a white outfit, so it's like the Greek flag. There's chairs all over the place that have been knocked over, clearly telling a bit of a story here, a state of disarray. That high note, which interestingly they showed in the TikTok clip as well as today. Let's see here. Yep, she strides forwards, just her on stage, the lights streaking out across the Pala Olimpico. Fantastic. It's a really effective and good job, and it's going through. Simple as that. My God, I'm rambling badly today. What's wrong with me? The last rehearsal, Portugal. That was the last video I saw. This is Maro with Saudade Saudade. I liked it a lot more at Festival de Canção. A lot more. Visually, it was way more appealing at the national final. But this is still good. There's smoke. They're on the B stage. Maro, you can see her very clearly. The female other singers that she has with her, they're sort of in the shadows just a little bit. I'm not sure why, but they're in the shadows. You do have this sort of orange and blue pattern on the main stage, on the backdrop. And I've written here, it needs to be on stage with the camera. Yeah, maybe that does happen at one point. But again, like with Albania, there's a little bit of a disconnection here. I was expecting a cameraman to be on that B stage, very close up. This is a really intimate song and a really lovely summery track. And yeah, I was just expecting more close-up shots than what we got today in the rehearsal clip. Still looking really nice though, still sounding really nice, and this is such a change of pace from so many other things. You've got the words Saudade Saudade on the backdrop, which you can only really see if the camera pans out. Really nice, but not as incredible as it could be, if you ask me. So, that's it. Much waffling, but that is all of the rehearsals today. Let me just go back to the live blog, because there's not really much here. Yeah. Ukraine's outfits have changed colour. I didn't even recognise that, so there you go. That's a bit of news. Chanel for Spain is flying out. Yeah, there's not much at all on the live blog about anything new with these performances. There we go. It does seem as though a lot of people are really loving Greece, a lot of people are really loving Portugal, a lot of people are also enjoying Albania. For me, the best rehearsal of the day, if I had to pick one, probably Greece, as it was with the first rehearsal. I thought Denmark was really great. I thought Austria was better. Netherlands was fine. Ukraine is looking very nice indeed. In terms of disappointments, I was a little bit disappointed with Albania. Just a little bit. It's still good though. I think really the issue there was the camera angles and not her and her dancers. Moldova may be a bit disappointing. Strangely, Moldova's performance/track is starting to feel a little bit forgettable, which is not the aim, of course. But yeah, it doesn't really leap out at me among the other rehearsals from today. And it's such an up-tempo number. Very odd. That's it though. Let me know your thoughts. There'll be a blog post tomorrow regarding all of the second rehearsals for the first semi-final participants. And yeah, there'll be blog posts as and when over the next week or so. More videos from me. Let me know what you think. Hopefully the quality wasn't too bad. I am well aware that I have been rambling like God knows what for ages. And also, my face has been so bright for this video. I've only just noticed that. Goodness me, I apologise about that. Anyway, there we go. Until next time, stay safe, take care, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Ciao for now.